Hi, everybody. Welcome to another EZLynx Live. I'm your host, Ryan Bugamo. On today's show, today we're going to be talking all about AI. We covered it a lot at AppliedNet. We'd like to reiterate some of the cool things that we've been working on. I have two guests joining me today. First off, we have Anoop Bargur. He's our product manager in charge of AI. He's going to be answering a couple of questions for us about where we're going, what are we thinking about. And then a little bit later, we're going to have Waji Khan, our senior associate product manager. He's going to come on and actually demo a couple of the cool features that we have with respect to AI. So I guess first thing I'd like to do, Anoop, is let's talk about 2024, where we were, right? We had some key things that we knocked out in 2024. The first thing that we did is we had our AI lab, and that laid the foundation for a lot of the work that we did. Talk to me a little bit about that.
So we created an AI lab for agencies who are willing to work with us to create all these AI feature sets so that they can constantly give us feedback, and it helps them to identify certain workflows that can improve their overall efficiency. So we came up with the 4 feature sets that what we felt was lacking with the agency and that can really help. So one of the first things was we said, hey, you do a lot of email campaigns. Can I help you create dynamic content using EVA? So we call that as Email Content Assist.
The EVA Email Content Assist.
Yes. So that's been a really popular feature in our AI lab with consistent usage.
So I don't know where to get started in an email. I can utilize this feature and it helps me craft one.
Absolutely.
Cool.
So the second one, we said, okay, within an agency, you get a call, you don't know the full context of a customer, and you have text messages, you have emails. I have to hunt through all of this just to have a proper conversation with your consumer. So we said, you know what, I'll give you a button, just hit that button and we'll give you overall succinct information in like five lines. So that's our account summarization feature set, which pulls in all these different data sets and gives you a summary.
So it helps get people up to speed quicker, especially if it's an account they're not used to, so that they can get going and really help the insured or the customer that's coming in who may have questions for them.
Yes.
The other one that we had was the EVA Prospect Policy Assist. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so we know we are in a hard market, so everyone wants to shop around their insurance. So what we found was, due to the numerous shopping around, people would just send in a deck page and say, hey, just give me a quote similar to this. So we said, okay, you already have a deck page. Let me take that and I'll extract that information, pre-fill everything, and you can get to a quote faster.
So that's great. They don't have to worry about manually typing it in and forgetting something. They just upload the deck page, boom,
everything.
They're good to go. We have auto right now.
Home is coming out in the next quarter.
There we go. That kind of rounds out the whole thing. The final feature that we had back in 2024, EVA, was it the Contextual Product Assistant?
It's called Product Assistance.
This is a big thing.
It's a huge thing.
So people, especially people need to quickly figure out how to do something in the system.
Yeah, because we saw agents struggling with certain feature sets. They couldn't find where it was, or they forgot how a workflow is implemented within EZLynx. So we've created a product assistant where, hey, I don't know how to set up my email campaigns. So it's going to give you a step-by-step process. 1, 2, 3, 4, follow this. Your email campaign is done.
And you can follow, I guess, give you the step-by-steps. They're right there, and you can go through the system while they stand there. And they don't disappear as you click around.
It's always there so that you can easily follow according to the step-by-step.
So Anoop, how are we thinking about AI as a company?
So we think the most productive employee in the agency should be the AI. So we believe a smart agency management system should act like an employee of the agency and understand what's happening based on the information that is coming into the platform to make automated decisions, engaging humans only when it's necessary. So it's not like it should constantly bombard you with questions around it.
So it's not just jumping in.
No.
You're choosing to engage it.
Correct.
And then it's providing you supporting information based on what you've asked or you've requested, all those different types of things, right?
Agreed.
Okay, so next question. What would you say the AI connection is with the EZLynx kind of our value, our vision?
Right. So EZLynx vision speaks to generally creating agency efficiency by helping them to do more with the people they have. We all know about resource crunch. It's so difficult to get people. So we believe AI is a primary tool to achieve this. So generative AI, it really enhances human efficiency by automating a lot of the time-consuming tasks that typically happens within the agency. so that it helps the employee to focus on higher level strategic accounts and not just day-to-day stuff. So by providing personalized recommendations and insights, generative AI can help individuals and organizations on an overall basis. They can focus on things that matter in terms of optimizing productivity and effectiveness.
So you said it a couple of times, automation, it's similar to how we look at automation, right?
Yes.
It should just be able to be there to help make everybody more efficient, right?
Exactly. Just day-to-day stuff, you're going to do it step 1, 2, 3, just help us automate that.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
So along those lines, we are also focused on solving a series of interconnected problems to make users twice as productive.
Okay.
So they solve a specific task like completing a renewal or selling and onboarding a new client. All these are on the rails tasks that can be done in step 1, 2, 3, 4. We plan on like automating it, providing using AI.
Okay. Awesome. That's really neat.
Yep. So the way we did it was our research supported this vision. Agency owners wanted us to use the data that's already available in EZLynx, and they wanted us to connect, to suggest, or just complete the next steps. So this would help their users to be more productive and, more or less reduce the overall agency cost. So we think, EZLynx is very uniquely positioned to disrupt how independent agents think about how their, AMS contributes to their success of the agency.
What are some of the key problems that we're going to use AI to solve? Like, what are we trying?
So we did a lot of research around it, and we found quoting a new business is the most time-consuming task within an agency.
Especially given the market. You're having to do it all the time now.
Everyone wants to shop.
Yeah,
so
right.
Now every application takes 15 to 40 minutes. Or if you're doing commercial, it's like 2 hours before you're done with it.
Right.
So that's one of the primary goals we want to target in 2025 is how do I take the data in whatever format you have, whether you have it in a code sheet, you have it in a deck page, doesn't matter, whether it's handwritten. I'm going to take that, I'm going to convert that into an applicant and an application. So it significantly reduces the overall time that you would need to get to a code. So the other piece, what we found during our research was agents spend a lot of time just talking to customers, talking to their own colleagues or to carriers, just answering questions. So this is a huge part of their overall time that they do within the day. So we want to enhance EVA to provide all these context-specific information back in the response. The final one, and we want to target that, is renewals, because hard market again, everyone wants to do a shop around. So renewals, we are taking a look at it very closely to see if we can automate certain low-risk profiles and just allow you to focus on higher-level strategic.
So what would we be automating with like a low-risk profile? Like what?
Like communication with the customer that, hey, we shopped around for you, we did an automated quote. The price increase is well within lines for what your profile is.
So the system would know that based on whatever you say, and it would just handle that for you. You wouldn't have to, and you could focus more on the really key important ones you want to. Right?
Yeah, somebody who's high net worth and they have a 30% increase, what exactly happened?
Yeah.
You would want to talk to him about that.
Makes sense. Now, one last question before you go, and before we bring in Waji to kind of demo some of these cool things that we talked about off the top. Looking at 2025, our strategy, what are we doing for AI?
Yeah, great question. So the goal is to make EZLynx agencies twice as productive as they are today. So initial strategy is going to be focusing on a very few AI capabilities with the goal of learning, and then immediately start iterating it before we focus on a fully fledged AI product. So we already have 4 foundational pathways like summarization, content assist, assistance, and we also have data extraction. So we're going to start building on top of it and then gradually shift the strategy to connect AI to automation.
Okay.
So AI can help you, generatively, and then once you have the context, allow automation to take over.
So is it a fair statement to say that we have built an amazing foundation? We have these 4 great features that you talk about. And as we look at 2025, what we're looking at doing is not just moving on to the next thing.
No.
We're looking at taking those 4 features and really flushing out their full capabilities.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, we've built the foundation now. We know which pathway to go, so we are going to start focusing on each of them.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Anoop, Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bye. All right, joining us now here on EZLynx Live. You've been on before. You were on like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We talked about AppliedNet.
Yeah, if you pay attention, you probably see me in the past episodes, yeah.
There we go. There we go. This is our Senior Associate Product Manager, Waji Khan, and he is working with Anoop on the AI stuff. So, Waji, I'm really excited. We're going to jump in. We're going to look at these 4 cool features that Anoop just talked about.
Yeah.
So let's head on into the system. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so obviously, we're here in Communication Center. It looks like we're building an email template out. The first thing that Anoop was talking about is one of the AI features that we have in the market right now is this EVA Email Content Assist.
Yep.
And my understanding is that if I don't know where to get started in an email, right? Like maybe it's about renewals. I don't know how I want to craft it or what I want to say. I can utilize EVA and AI to generate it for me.
Absolutely. You said it. And honestly, speaking for myself, I'm not the greatest at writing emails. It can take me minutes to hours. Sometimes it's going back and forth in my mind, thinking about grammar. And like you said, renewals, that's a tough conversation to have. Why not let EVA do it for you? It's your virtual agent, it's your assistant. It's going to be your most productive employee. So let's go ahead and click this Generate Content with EVA. It's little purple you'll see everywhere. So now what we've done here, Ryan, check this out. We had this little content library we generated for you. Can help get you started. So you see various topics that can help you as an agency for, holiday preparedness. We got that coming up. Welcome to agency letters, birthday emails, and various different lines of businesses that we service as EZLynx, your personal auto and simple commercial. But you can use these as a starting point. Again, like I said, the holiday safety basics and the tips like that. But I really want customers to think about, when you're writing an email, it's a conversation you're having with your customers. It's also a conversation you're going to have with your assistant. Hey, can you write an email about renewals? So let's go ahead and start doing that, is writing custom prompts, just like a conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and tell EVA, craft an email about homeowner renewals. Yeah, and let's think about the hard market.
Yeah,
right?
It's everybody's shopping right now, like we've been talking about.
I'll be honest, I'm scared he'll open my renewal right now. So
the percent, yeah, right.
Now, luckily, the relationship I have with my agent, they tell me in a very matter-of-fact but calming and professional way that, rates are going to go up a little bit, just how it is, but they're taking care of me. So maybe I can say, and the rates are going up, but keep it professional and empathetic. So this is just how I would write the prompt. This is how I would ask for an email. I can keep it nice and short. These are different lengths. And then maybe I keep it casual, even though it's professional. Maybe we can keep it a little laid back.
Okay.
Let's see what EVA comes up with. And look how quick this is. So I'm going to click the right button. It's crafting the message. That was seconds.
So within those few seconds, it took what you've requested, craft me an email about home renewals, keep it empathetic, talk about rate increases, and boom, it fired this off for you. Now, could you, let's say you weren't happy with something in here.
Right.
Can you change that?
Right. There's obviously, you can insert it to your email and then start editing it there. But if I'm asking again, like an assistant, like I would through, or like a chat, perhaps I have IM, we use maybe Teams or Slack in your office, I can say, can you make this short? It's just a natural conversation. So I really want, if you're using this, just get used to having a back and it's like a text message stream.
Wow, look at that. I mean, it really did. It shortened it up. Now, earlier, Anoop had talked about one of the cool advantages here is based on your clientele. Let's say we're here in Texas. Let's say you have some Spanish-speaking customers. You want to craft a message that is for them, right? Can you change this message into Spanish?
Within seconds. So to Spanish, and what powerful things you can do here after you create a
Look at that.
Right there. Same email. It's got the tags in there and everything. And I'm in here in Communication Center. Right?
So it has the tags. Those are the same tags that if I was building out a template in Communication Center, it's going to pull in the agency name. It's going to do all those different things like we're used to.
Absolutely. And you go ahead and you can insert it. Boom, right there in email. I can format it how I like. And like you said, if I'm making a template, let's say I make this one my Spanish version. And you can go ahead and save that, share it with your agency however you would like, right within Communication Center, right there within seconds.
I can see why this past year at AppliedNet, when we had a session about this, people were excited. They liked the fact that it can not just help you with content, it can even translate it for you, which is amazing. All right, so the next thing that I'd like to talk about today, and we'd like to be able to see here here, Waji, is going to be the EVA Account Summarization. So we had talked about, with Anoop had mentioned, trying to get back up to speed on an account. Let's say, you're on vacation, right? And then I have to actually work your accounts while you're out. There's no way I know what's been going on all your stuff. There's no way.
Right. And it's another thing, if that customer's calling in, they're talking to you.
Because you need to know right then.
Yeah, and they don't care who they're talking. They're talking to the agency. They just state the agency. So they have a question. It might take a couple seconds. Imagine catching up on that while you're on the phone with that customer. So let's go ahead and go to this customer I have here, coincidentally also named Ryan.
Hey, look at that. That's a good name.
So let me close this out right for a second. So there's a lot going on. I'm honestly getting simulation overload already. I'm not familiar with this account. There's a new, again, that purple, that's what you're looking out for. Catch me up. That usually means that something EVA related is happening with that purple brand. So let's go ahead and click that.
So this gave me a summarization of the account just by clicking it. And what's the time frame that it's looking at?
3 months. It's looking at all that activity. So I could sit there, I could look at the notes, I could look at the tasks, the emails, whatever you have in the system back and forth. It just summarized that last 3 months, letting me know what's gone on this account.
I see a little thing down there, outline tasks. What is outline tasks?
So if I want the system, rather EVA, to kind of give me suggestions of what I should do next, really some actionable items, I can go ahead and click that and watch this. Again, you're going to have to pay attention because this is quick. Seconds.
So this thing it recommended tasks of things for me to do, the agent to do, right? Based off of the summarization and it digging in and looking at the account.
Absolutely. And then you can go ahead and, when you click that, you're right into your workspace. You can assign those tasks.
It sets it already up for you.
Yeah, I can set that up to whoever I have. If I want to do a checklist, due date. It's what you're familiar with workspace. As soon as I save that, right back to EVA, it was created. I can still work on these other two tasks. I can do various things right within the panel, within seconds. That was just a couple clicks.
Okay. The third thing that we had talked about a little bit earlier is the EVA Prospect Policy Assist.
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
Now, I see the value in this, right? Think about if you're having to manually type in like a lead form. Think about how much you could maybe lose information in trying to translate that. This is brilliant because it just grabs like a deck page that you may have to translate. It just does it for you.
Yeah. I mean, let's go back to what we were talking about before. Hard market, what's happening? People are shopping.
Right.
So if they're shopping, most likely they have their policy renewal, they have a deck page, they have something. So you can take those seconds, minutes, however long it takes for you to key in, stop whatever you're doing, digging through an email, digging through whatever, and type all that onto the EZLynx system, or let EVA handle it. So going back up here, you'll see our 3 little stars called the EVA icon. You go ahead and open that. Kind of opens up that pane we saw before. Now we have an option here called create an applicant by uploading a current policy document. So right now we have auto, more coming soon, hint, hint. So if we have this test customer, I'm going to go ahead and upload them. I'm going to show you real quick. So they have auto owners, and again, this isn't real data, but I'm going to go ahead and actually select them. You can select any carrier that is available from your carrier list, or if it's a non-standard, however. So I want to just take a quick second, auto owners, and I want to go ahead and drag and drop it. Now think about this. You're going to go ahead and create an applicant, and I want to go ahead and do that here based on this PDF file, right? We have the document.
So this is a normal deck page like everybody's used to.
Yep.
It's a PDF. It came from the carrier. It's got the basic account information. It's got the auto information. It's got some coverages, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. The effective dates, and then you have the VIN and a lot more information here. So there's a lot to sort through. So if I were to sit here and do all this,
it's a lot.
And then we know
this is a lot to have to actually type back out.
Right. And then another thing is, like, it's on my folder, my desktop. Let's say I create this. Watch what happens. EVA already went ahead and extracted the data. It created the applicant. When I click this, look what it did. It actually made that applicant within EZLynx with the information that we were available.
So it took our test applicant here. It created a customer account form. It filled out all of the details that it could. It also went ahead and got an auto application in the rater started form based on the content from the deck page. And so no more are the days of having to get the deck page and sit there and look back and forth and type, maybe even have like a ruler to make sure you're right where you need to be with the content.
Right. And if you want, what we did is we had created the application. So all we need to do here, we actually even created a task for you, by the way, Ryan. I don't know if you noticed that.
That's pretty neat.
So if you had somebody else go in and do this, maybe you have a CSR, you're uploading a bunch of these, kind of go in, double check the information, but really this would be basically a phone call from now because I already have the VIN number, the coverages, and if I go in here just to double check, double verify, I think I saw a GMC in there for a second. Look, it's in
There's the car.
There's the car.
That's what was in the deck.
So, I mean, now I can just go ahead and pick up the conversation of, well, what coverages do you want? I see you have full coverage. Maybe get some information on the drivers, how they use the vehicle, because obviously not everything's available in deck pages due to the, privacy. But I've saved so much time doing all that. And also, cool thing I want to show you.
I think I remember seeing a number. We're at like 90% accuracy with this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is amazing.
It's only getting better over time.
That's unbelievable. That's great.
And it's also available here. For some reason, if EZLynx is web-based, so if you go somewhere else, you need that deck page that's on your desktop, we've uploaded it straight to the customer's file too.
That's great. So we still want them though. They upload the deck page. Still go in, make sure it's right. But we got like a 90% accuracy here with the EVA prospect policy assessed in translating that information and getting it into the system. That's pretty good.
Really cool.
That's really good, really good. The final thing I'd like you to demo for us today, Waji, is going to be the EVA Contextual Product Assistance. Absolutely. This one I kind of like.
Yes.
Because let's say you have somebody brand new at your agency. They need to know how to do something. They don't want to have to go dig through knowledge base articles to find things. They want to get the answer so that they can keep going.
Yes.
That's what we're helping them with here.
Absolutely. The thing is, do you think about that? If you have a question to ask, you might be ask a coworker. Again, let's go back to what we talked about with the emails. We're having a conversation with EVA. That's what I want you to wrap your head around. So we'll go ahead and open up EVA again. So we have another option down here. Ask anything about EZLynx. So we have a couple of different options. Again, kind of like the email campaign I showed you earlier, we had those suggested ones. So I could start here. A lot of people will ask about the Outlook plugin, for example. Let's see what happens here. It'll actually ask EZLynx for the step-by-step instructions. In fact, there's the link to the
actual knowledge base page where we have it. And this is the same info. So we're querying all of our knowledge base articles to come up with this list for it.
And then you can actually download it. So if I had copied and pasted just like the instructions said, I can download the actual setup for the Outlook plugin, and it's good to go. Now,
and if I was to navigate, this pane stays here. So I can actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It stays with me as I go through the process.
Different pages, right. So
that's great.
Along. And if I wanted to ask a question, let's say about how do I process a change request? I don't have one here, but if I were to do that, it's going to give me instructions. So I'm on the customer overview page. So if I wanted to edit, so it's going to, again, follow me. It's still there as I'm doing things. So if this is a change request, but
this is amazing. This makes it so easy for people to be able to find an answer of how to quickly do something in the system so they can keep going with their day.
Absolutely. So it's just a natural conversation like you would have. Again, it's there for you. It's your assistant. There's so many things you can do. So keep a lookout for all these new features that are coming down the line.
Amazing. So some exciting stuff.
Yeah.
We've got some really exciting things that we're working on. I particularly really like the the EVA Contextual Product Assistant, where it gives you the step-by-step instructions. I love that.
Yeah.
And I really, really like the summarization.
Yeah.
I think that's very valuable to any agency to just get a quick picture of, boom, like you showed.
Exactly.
This is what's been happening on the account.
Hopefully you get a lot of use out of that. You're talking to customers on, one account you haven't seen in a while. Catch me up. That's what it's there for.
That is perfect. Well, that's all the time. Waji, thank you so much for coming on the show. That's all the time we have for this month. Thank you all for joining. I hope that if you haven't looked at any of these amazing EVA AI features that we have, please jump on in and take a look at them. They're great. These are some things that are really going to help your agency. Other than that, we'll see y'all next time.
See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.